All right, Borderlands fans, we got some big news today. A lot of you guys know that Gearbox got sold to the Embracer Group a while back, and we were mostly all pretty concerned about it. There was the potential that, Embracer could be like a good source of funding for them. No, they weren't. Embracer was one of the worst things to happen to gaming in the last few years, as you can see from these articles that I'm putting on the screen right now. Holy crap, Embracer is the devil. It's done, it's in the past, because now Gearbox has been sold by Embracer to Take2 Entertainment, who you guys might know as the people that own Rockstar Games, and they also own 2K. Now they own Gearbox as well. This is also the same company that's been over Gearbox for over a decade now, since Borderlands 1. So not much has changed, as long as they don't look at this acquisition as their excuse to start trying to slam us with microtransactions. If they do that, they're going to have a fight on their hands, because nobody wants to pay for stupid stuff. Now, I will say this. If they want to do microtransactions for cosmetics, I have absolutely zero problem with that. We had that in Borderlands 2. A lot of you guys probably remember that. We actually had skin packs that they sold for like, I don't know, $1.99 or something like that. I don't remember how much it was back then. It might have just been 99 cents actually. I don't even remember, but it's fully cosmetic stuff, and with the way that things were on Borderlands, a lot of people just like modded that stuff into the game anyhow. So that said, one thing that I definitely don't want to see happen is I don't want to see Borderlands go live service. We saw with Justice League, Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, if you do a live service game and you don't actually give people content, you're gonna have a problem on your hands. So I am still a fan of the traditional Borderlands way of delivering content myself. Give us like full DLCs, give us some headhunters on occasion, the cartels and the bloody harvest. That shit was great. The takedowns, those were included for free. Proving grounds were free. So as long as they keep delivering that kind of content, ideally what I would like to see would be for Take-Two to just be completely hands off with Gearbox in terms of like the actual development of the game for Borderlands 4, but to be there as like oversight to make sure that Gearbox doesn't like mess something up, I guess. I don't know. But whenever a company buys a company, I would say that you're probably going to see some changes that maybe we don't want to see, and I hope not. And I guess we just have to wait and see on that. And again, this is the same company that's kind of been over top of Gearbox for a while now in terms of the publishing side of things, because 2K, as you guys know, is the publisher for Borderlands and has been since Borderlands 1, and Take-Two owns 2K. So Gearbox has essentially been under that umbrella this entire time. So I don't see a whole lot changing there. Hopefully they like give Gearbox the money that they need to, finalize Borderlands 4, and from the reports that we've seen, it looks like they've literally confirmed that Borderlands 4 is in production. One thing that I did see them talk about in articles, or at least I've seen some fans like kind of joking and making fun of how Gearbox quote unquote sold to Embracer for $1.3 billion in 2021. That's not accurate. What happened was Embracer purchased Gearbox for $363 million, and then said that the deal could eventually cost over $1.3 billion because they had a clause in there for performance-based whatever. I don't know how to like describe that stuff. Anyhow, basically if they sold games and did really well, then they could see like a huge influx of even more money from doing that. But then of course they released new Tales from the Borderlands anyhow. But they have for Take-Two to buy them, what is that, 3 years later, essentially, for an extra 100 million. That's the real story. And it's easy to just like crap on things and be like, I don't like something, so I'm going to make fun of it. But I just want to make sure people actually understand that they are actually paying more now than what Embracer actually paid in 2021, just to get that out there. And I'm going to link you guys with a gamedeveloper.com article. I really like this article. I like the way that they laid all this information out. If you want to go check that out, that'll be linked down in the description down below. Now, one thing to also include in this news is that Embracer will retain ownership of Gearbox Publishing San Francisco, which they're going to rename. They're not going to be able to call it Gearbox Publishing San Francisco anymore. The bad thing about that, Embracer is going to keep Hyper Light Breaker, which is a game that I'm really looking forward to, and they also keep the publishing rights to Remnant 2. which absolutely crushes my soul. Please, 2K, can you go buy Remnant 2 out from under these fools, because they're going to destroy that franchise if it stays under Embracer. And Hyper Light Breaker is one of those games that I've seen footage of, and I'm just like, dude, I cannot wait to play that. That thing looks badass. But if it's stuck underneath of the Embracer group, it's probably going to get destroyed, because Embracer's done nothing but like destroy developers for the past few years, it seems like, because they had bad business plans. So yeah, ultimately, I feel like this is one of the best possible case scenarios for Gearbox in terms of like who could have bought them. Obviously, if PlayStation had bought them, that would have been really bad for a lot of people, because then you would have probably seen Borderlands 4 as a PlayStation exclusive, which would have really sucked. Also, had Microsoft bought them, Microsoft's been pretty good lately about not being like, we got to make everything exclusive. But that's not to say that they wouldn't either. So I don't know, man. Ideally, I hope that Take-Two doesn't go the route of what we had last time with the Epic Games Store. I don't want to see 6 months of exclusivity on Epic. I didn't have a problem with that, because I still played it on my PC. I still launched from a desktop icon. It's still the same game. That said, the Epic storefront thing is wonky. It didn't have achievements at launch, so there was definitely problems. I didn't really fully understand and appreciate some of those problems myself, so it's one of those things, man. That said, I just wanted to play the game, and I didn't care if it came out on Atari 2600. I was playing it somehow, some way. So that's about all I got for you guys. I'm actually kind of optimistic about this, but at the same time, I am a little bit concerned that Take-Two is going to try and maybe squeeze in some microtransactions. So just keep your eyes out on that. And again, I don't care about cosmetics. I generally don't buy cosmetics in games, but if that option's there and somebody's got the money to blow on it. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, hit the like button, hit subscribe for more Borderlands news, info, content, playthroughs, etc. And check out this video right here for more of my content. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.